What's going on, guys? The JimmiChanga is back with another episode of
Creating the Ultimate Outpost Network.
Today we're going to go over some advanced fabricators. Now, what do I mean by an advanced fabricator? Well, your tier 2 and tier 3 builders. So, you got your simple fabs, then you got the ones below them, then you got your multiplex fabricators. We're going to cover the tier 2 and tier 3s today. So right off the rip, our simple fabricators that we created in a last video are going to be used a metric ton today. So our isotopic coolants, zero wires, towel grade rheostats, isocentered magnets, we are going to need those parts quite frequently today. So if you want to know how to set up an absolute unit of a chain with the simple fabs, refer back to a previous video. But outside of that, let's start ripping some isotopic coolant, because we're going to need that to make our Supercooled Magnets, which is a tier 2 builder. We're also going to go over Paramagnon Conductors as well, but let's start out slow here. So here's our inner system cargo link that we set up in a previous video. 7+ resources coming out of that bad boy. One of them happens to be ionic liquids. So we're going to find that last bit of the chain, connect it to the coolant fabricator, and then this link over here is giving us tetrafluoride along with tungsten, lead, and titanium. We'll connect the tetrafluoride to the isotopic coolant, and just like that, we got our 2 resources flowing to that fabricator. Needs a storage bin chain though, so we'll go ahead and create a dumping ground, make that connection to said dumping ground, and now we are dumping some serious coolant into these bins. Now, for a visual representation of what that looks like, we're gonna run on over here, and wada bing, wada bang, we got 13 coolants already. So that last bin of that small little chain, we'll run her on over to the Supercooled Mags, and just like that, the hardest part is done. Now that cargo link right there is feeding us neodymium, so let's look for the last bit of the chain, make that connection straight to the Supercooled Mags, and we will Supercooled Mag it up with the best of them, because ultimately that's what we like to do. Let's make a connection here straight up to the butt chags. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. Let's make a storage bin chain here so we have a dumping ground, and then from there we need our isocentered magnets, which we're using for our comm relay chain back here, and that was done in our Fabricators for Dummies video. So we'll go ahead and steal some of those isocentered magnets, drag it on over to the Supercooled Mags, and that gives us everything. So we can jetpack our butt on over here, and we should see some Supercooled Magnets. Man, there's so many parts going on that I'm just getting confused. So, with the Supercooled Mags out of the way, let's hit up some Paramagnon Conductors, because who doesn't like a good Paramagnon Conductor every now and then? Now, I did hover over that inner system cargo link briefly there, and I realized that it was only sending ionic liquids, which tells me that my solid storage bin chain is full. So we're going to make another layer, and then we should see that cargo link sending all the resources again. Now, if you do notice that, if you hover over one of your yep, boom, just like that, we got all of our resources coming again. Now, if you notice, as I connect the gold link here to our Paramagnon Conductors, if you ever notice that your cargo links aren't sending all your resources, go back to your storage bins and make sure they're not full, because if they're full, it won't have a place to send those resources, therefore you're not going to notice them sending. So we connected our 0 wire there. We'll make a small storage bin chain here, so we have a dumping ground, and then bam, we'll go ahead and connect it like an absolute wildebeest. And just like that, once we connect our neodymium from the same link as before, same bin, run her on over like an absolute Bruce Willis, and we will die hard watching the sheer amount of Paramagnon Conductors that we're going to get. I'm not done yet, though, guys. We want some Positron Batteries, too, because JimmiChanga just cannot satisfy his insatiable hunger for manufactured parts. So let's go ahead and do the same old, same old. This inter-system cargo link is absolutely coming in clutch again, since we're getting antimony and vanadium from it as well. We'll make that connection, 2 resources, 1 connection, straight to the dome, and then back over to the comm relay chain back here. We're going to have to steal some Tau-grade rheostats. And then I realized that we need some power, because I'm sucking so much power at this point. Like, it is ridiculous the amount of power that's going down in this outpost, which just tells you how much of a sheer unit this outpost is at this point. So, as you've seen, we got Positron Batteries. We got a good bit of Paramagnon Conductors already. We got 94 plus 17 Supercooled Mags already. I mean, we're hammering. So why not hammer some Semimetal Wafers as well? We'll connect it to this storage chain here, which is separated in 3 layers. The bottom layer, the middle layer, and the top layer are all different. Gold and antimony, 1 connection, 2 resources. Again, was coming from that inter-system cargo link. And then we'll do the 0 wire again, like we did for the 4,000th time this video. And just like that, we got Semimetal Wafers. That one was pretty easy because we already had essentially everything in place for it. And just like that, it's magic. We got 4 Tier 4 builders. Tier 4, geez. 4 Tier 2 builders absolutely ripping hard for us. And then as you can see, I mean, these sell for a chunk of change per unit. So when you're cranking as many as I'm going to be cranking, you just stuff your ship full, man, and it's just like infinite credits. But why stop there? Why not try a Tier 3 builder while we're at it? So let's go ahead and drop this Microsecond Regulator, connect the Supercooled Mag up to it since we already have it, and let's just get some liftoff action going. Last bit of the chain from the Supercooled Mag straight to the dome of the Microsecond Regulator. And then we'll fish on over to that inter-system cargo link that we've been using a crap ton this video. It's giving us our europium and lithium. I mean, holy crap. Was that one cargo link such a freaking godsend at this point, because it has did so much for us. Tau-grade rheostats, we're going to steal some of those again because we like stealing them. And at this point, I have plenty of comm relays, so I can definitely sacrifice plenty of Tau grades. And just like that, I mean, holy crap, we're already producing some heavy duty. I mean, guys, it really doesn't get any better than this. I mean, we got 4 Tier 4 builders now, and I said it again, 4 Tier 2 builders, and then 1 Tier 3 builder. And we got resources funneling in like an absolute boss. And the good thing about something like this is it continues to suck those resources out of those bins so your cargo links don't get backed up. We're also building everything that you see on screen too. So, I mean, this is a full-blown manufacturing operation at this point. So if this is the kind of content that you guys get down to, consider subscribing, because I got some good things in the pipeline. Right now I'm working on Starfield, but you can't leave Varunkai. So essentially the premise behind that is I'm dropped into Varunkai, crash landed essentially, no more spaceship, the spaceship is gone. Start with really crap items essentially, and the goal is to build an outpost so I can put down a shipbuilder pad. So I'm going to have to get the materials for the shipbuilder pad. Then I have to come up with the credits to build said ship. And this is starting with nothing. 1,500 credits and a pistol and a dream. 60 rounds in said pistol as well. So episode 1's actually out on the channel right now. Be sure to check it out if that sounds pretty fun and unique. And then something for all you Outpost freaks like me, the newest series that I'm working on, which they're going to be staggered. I'll do the Varun Kai one weekend, and then the next weekend I'll drop an episode of this new series. So 2 episodes of each series per month. So the second one is, can you play Starfield as a regular citizen? So it sounds like exactly what the title says. No killing, no stealing, just living our lives as an absolute Chad of a regular citizen. So what does that mean at the end of the day? Well, that means that we're going to have to get creative to make money. And this Outpost network that you guys have been following along with, we're going to basically be doing that from scratch. So if you ever wondered what it took to get to where I am right now, when you're seeing all these 999s on screen, we're going to attempt to get as close as we can in this new series as an average citizen. Except it's going to be a little harder to get to this point because I can't kill nobody. I can't steal loot. I can't take all this loot from these dead bodies of my foes and bring it for money. So we're going to have to grind and hustle to get to the top. And then if you made it to this far in the video, do me a favor and answer this question in the comments. Would you like to see me stream this content as I record it? If so, let me know down in the comments. We can hang out together. You know, you guys can spitball some ideas, ask some questions, and you can just follow along as I record these gameplay snippets, and we can just rock and roll together, you know what I mean? Instead of waiting for the chopped up edited version, you can watch me as I go through this slog that we call life. So if that's something that you think could be fun and exciting, let the old JimmiChanga know, and we'll all hang out together one of these weekends. But other than that, guys, I love and appreciate all you guys. I appreciate the support. I'm just going to keep on keeping on, and I want you guys to do the same thing. Head up. I'm packing myself up in this spaceship, and I'm out of here. Peace, guys.